Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button down below for content like this and many more. For all your current subscribers, I just want to continue to say thank you so much for the support the entire year. I really appreciate it. Now, what do I have beside me? On my left, I have a 2023 Mazda Cx-5 Turbo Signature. This is the top of the line version of the Cx-5. And on my right, I have a 2019 Cx-5 Grand Touring. In this video, I'm going to go comparing the similarities, the differences, see which one you guys like. Stay tuned. That is coming up next. Okay, and we're back. So let's take a look at the differences and similarities of these two Cx-5. This one here is the 2023 Turbo Signature. This is a fully loaded version of the Cx-5. For 2023, of course, it has every single option you could possibly want in the Cx-5. So Napa leather seats, black headliner, 360 camera, 19-inch wheels, the 2.5 liter 2.5 turbo 4-cylinder engine that makes 256 horsepower and 320 pounds-feet of torque. This one, on the other hand, is the Grand Touring, 2019 Grand Touring, with the naturally aspirated 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 187 horsepower and 186 pounds-feet of torque. Both of them have the same 6-speed transmission. Both of them are all-wheel drive. New for 2023, all-wheel drive is standard. Now, let's go over, of course, the differences. Let's start with the 2023. Now, on this one, as you guys can see, the headlights has been revised a little bit. So you got a little bit of a little open C-shaped clamp over here. And this design came out in 2022, so the headlights are full LED, no matter which trim you get. Turn signal, high, low beam is LED. These fancy lighting, you only get them on the higher trim. Also new for 2022 and 23, you lose the fog lights. So the bumper now has this big, giant, big different design. You do have parking sensors all around in the front, just like I mentioned. And I mentioned this in the regular review video of this, which I'll leave the link in the description somewhere. The grill's a little different, of course, a little bit more mesh. And this has there's the front-facing camera. And switching over real quick to the 2019, the similarities are very similar. Obviously, the headlights are very different, but in this particular version of the Cx-5, you get this little nice circle, half circle motif here on the headlight. These are also adaptive, so meaning they turn each way when you turn the wheel, just like the 2023. Also, these are full LED, also high beam and low beam, but this has incandescent turn signal, unlike the 23. And as you can see, the bumper in this one, it does have a fog light, which Mazda removed it for 2023. So that's the major difference. And of course, the grille also changed dramatically from 19 to 2023. This model doesn't have a 360 camera because it was only available on the signature trim version, which came out in 2019 along with the turbo motor. And walking around the back of this, and the side, you got this nice little swoosh LEDs on the headlights, 19-inch wheels wrapped in Toyo 836 tires, just like the 2023. The same mirrors and keyless entry, so you can just press this button right here to open a door. The styling is very similar on both, and as you can see in the back, this mimics the front of the headlights. The circular here, very similar. And let me take a picture, a look of both of them back here. As you can see, the 23 taillights also got redesigned, mimicking the front. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, if you prefer the styling of the 2019 or you prefer the 2023 styling. And that's pretty much it. The bumper also changed for 2023. This, as you can see, is a little different. So going over to the 23 bumper and rear, the hatch is very similar to the 19. The taillights, of course, are different. As you can see, the same little C-clamp lighting motif, just like the front. This is of course the signature, so you got the signature all-wheel drive badge. The font is different, which is hilarious, by the way. Sky Active G badge here in turbo. More of the parking sensors all around, and the bumper got a little bit more aggressive. The reflector lights are different, they're smaller on the 23 versus the 19. 19 is a little bigger. And that's pretty much it in terms of the differences on the outside and the similarities. And new for 2023, these wheels are very different. They're also 19s wrapped in Toyo tires all season. And there are Toyo A36s as well. Also new for 2023, this is body color, where versus on the 19, as you guys can see, it's not body color. So not even the signature version is body color, it's gray. Hard to tell because this car is gray, but let's go over the interior of the 2023 now, and I'll take you guys with me. And being that this is a signature, of course, you have the wood trim, and in here, the infotainment screen is very similar to the 2019. Let me turn that light off. Infotainment screen is very similar. So you have, just like the 19, the different modes. But in this trim, when you change from normal to sport, you get that little animation. And off-road, it also changes to that different animation, and it changes the graphics. Of course, new for 2020, from 21 and on, this new 10.25-inch screen. Let me turn the light back on. It's very big. This is the Mazda, the new infotainment system from Mazda. So it's very different than the Mazda Connect system in the 19. Being, again, this is a signature trim. This has real wood trim, not fake, even though it looks fake, but it's not. No little hump here for the infotainment screen. These controls are identical on both of them, on the 19 and the 2023, but I'll go over the 19 in a second. This has, of course, Napa leather seats. They're brown, very nice and soft, just like the 19. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, and heated and cool seats on both sides, and rear heated seats. You do have power folding mirrors, just like the 19. The 19 has the premium package, and this is why you get power folding mirrors on the 2019. The 2023 has them standard. And let's take a look at the back seat real quick, just for comparison purposes. Back seat of the 2023 is similar to the previous generation. No real change here. You got climate vents back there. You do have the controls for the heated seats, 3 levels right here. And you have 2 USB ports back here, just like the previous generations of the Cx-5. These seats do fold completely flat. So let's take a look at the 2019, and then we wrap up this video. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's step inside of the 2019 Grand Touring Cx-5, and as you guys can see, the door materials are very similar. That soft material up here, the double stitching. This has faux wood because it's not the signature, but it does have leather. Everything is nicely padded. You do have leather seats in here. You do have memory seats for 2 drivers, and the controls are here, just like on the 2023. And stepping inside the 19, as you guys can see, it has the same infotainment screen. And it has the same instrument cluster, just like the 23. And just like the 23, you can control the modes. So you can go from normal and sport, just like the 23 has, of course, 3 modes: normal, sport, and off-road. But that screen can also change over here by pressing this button on the steering wheel, just like the 2023. And of course, the major difference between the two is the infotainment screen in here. This is a 7-inch screen. This is what's called Mazda Connect. So it's very different. It's a completely different operating system than the current generation Cx-5. This has the little rings and stuff like that, but it does have backup camera. No, the trajectory lines do not move. No 360 camera here because this is the Grand Touring, but it does have factory navigation. This does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, just like the 2023. And moving down to the climate controls, very similar. You do have heated steering wheel, heated seats, cool seats, dual zone for both passenger and driver. They're both heated and cooled, and the seats are leather. This materials are also nicely leather wrapped, and the controls are almost identical. Same piano black, unfortunately, in 23 and in 19. Same shifter, 6-speed automatic, automatic parking hold here, and auto hold. And you got the same rotary dial controls. They changed a little bit of controls for 23. The fonts are different. The icon's a little different. So instead of setting nav, it has a little arrow, but pretty much the same control. All right, let's take a look at the engine bay of the 2019 Cx-5. So let me open the hood here. And here it is. This is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, like I mentioned, and it makes 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. Made it to a 6-speed automatic. And just for full disclosure, this is my 2019 Cx-5. I bought it, I leased it, I love it, and I kept it. And that's it. This is a quick comparison video of a 2019 Cx-5 versus a 2023 Cx-5. Of course, this is a signature. This is a Grand Touring, so not really a fair comparison in terms of equipment. But overall, this design-wise, it's almost identical. And like the saying says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mazda kept the beautiful styling from this generation into the new one. And that's it, folks. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and please subscribe so I can continue to provide content like this and many, many more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe.